Good afternoon, televiewers of 7 News Television. Thanks for being there and watching this program known as Expert. This is another edition, and I know you love it. What we should understand in the world we are living in is that nothing is free. Everything costs something at the end of the day. Therefore, creating wealth has a price to pay. Many are those who wants to have fame, prestige, success, wealth, and money. They want to have popularity and improving lifestyle, but yet unwilling to pay the price or sacrifice something in order to get to that point. Many are those who are involved in different activities. Some maybe join secret societies because they want to make wealth, without knowing that there is a way that seems good unto man, but at the end leads to destruction. Viewers of 7 News, today we're going to talk of how to create wealth without any stress. I tell you the truth, you're going to enjoy it. With us today is Mr. Erika Lindu, the founder of School of Wealth Creation. He's going to tell us more about that. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Bisong, and good afternoon to all the viewers of 7 News. It is a great privilege and a great honor for me to answer again your call. You know, anytime I'm called by 7 News, I'm always very happy. And I believe the few hours or few minutes we are going to spend together will allow televiewers to get 1 or 2 points that will really enable them to understand what is called wealth creation.
Yes, Mr. Erika Lindu, today we are talking about wealth creation without stress. Who is Erika Lindu? Is he a pastor? Is he a businessman? Is he a businessman pastor?
You are really making your question very funny, but Erika Lindu is, you know, my own comprehension of being a pastor is quite totally different with what people believe. I am not the kind of people that believe that pastors are only the people that preaches in churches or whatsoever. No, I believe strongly that a pastor is first of all somebody that has the heart for people. So that's why you can see doctors that are pastor, you can see pilot that are pastor, you can see Bayam Salam that are pastor, you can see in all the society people that are pastor. So when you are asking me if I'm a pastor, looking at your religious point of view, I will say no, because people believe that pastor are the people preaching in church. But looking to my own understanding of being a pastor, I'm a pastor because I have heart for people. Raising people for financial freedom is a very big task that only somebody that has heart for people who really enjoy it. So in that sense, maybe I'm a pastor, but I can fully say I'm a businessman because I'm fully involved in the business world and I have many activities. You ask me, who is Erika Lindu? Erika Lindu is a businessman. Erika Lindu is an author. I'm writing books, and one of the famous books that is a bestseller on the market is the one I wrote since 2009, How to Start Your Business Without Money is Possible. Who is Erika Lindu? Erika Lindu is the general manager of TLB Communication, a company that does in printing, computer and embroidery. So who is Erika Lindu? Erika Lindu is the founder of the School of Wealth Creation, a school that has been set up in order to train people to create wealth. Who is Erika Lindu? Erika Lindu is the promoter of the well-known platform that many people know. Before, it used to be called Christian Entrepreneurship Days, but since last year, it is now called Ethical Entrepreneurship Days, because most of the time people were believing that that platform is only made for Christian. No, on which it is a platform that is made to empower the maximum people, Cameroonian and all African, so that they should be able to live financial freedom. Who is Erika Lindu? In fact, when we'll be talking, we'll go back again to some of the points that will enable our televiewer to know about Erika Lindu.
You have so many caskets.
Yeah, of course.
Today we are talking about creating wealth without stress. Mr. Erika Lindu, How can one create wealth without being troubled?
Okay, when they say creating wealth without stress, yeah, it can be. It's sometime in French they will say c'est utopique. I remember when I wrote the book, my book, how starting your business without money is possible. Many people were very angry to hear such kind of utopic title, but I told them that it is possible. So it is almost in the same sense, creating wealth without stress. So the first thing we need to understand is to define what is wealth about. You know, the problem with our society is that people don't first of all know the difference between wealth and money. That's a problem. So and you know, when you don't understand the purpose of a thing, you might not be able to make a good use. So as long as somebody doesn't know what is wealth and what is money, it will be difficult for him to even understand what is wealth. So now let me simply say, I'll give a definition that even big economists might not be able to say concerning wealth. Because if you go to the dictionary, you listen at very big economists, they will not give such a definition. As for me, I strongly believe that what is called wealth is an energy, is a latent potential that can be converted to bring solution or to answer needs for mankind. You understand that? It is a very simple definition of wealth, but that gives a lot of understanding that can really help somebody. Wealth is an energy that can be converted. Wealth is a latent potential that can be converted in order to answer the need of humankind. You understand the thing? So now, secondly, when we talk of money, money is nothing just than a means of exchange. Now, so when you see people running after money, it's because money is just paper. It's a paper or a coin. But the functionality of that paper, of that coin, is just to give a value to a goods or a service or a product. So if you are running after money, you are making a very big mistake, because that money, you know, in those days there were no money. People were using what they say truck. So where you are after farming, you take your goods. If it is banana and you are going to town and you need cooked cassava, when you go there, you give your own and take the other one. So you people will be exchanging. It is later on that they discover that sometimes you go with banana and everybody at the market has banana. So they decide now to put a means of exchange that will be giving the value of a product, of a service. That is when money came out. So if somebody is looking for money, he has not understood anything. We should be looking for the value, that valuable product or services that answering a need. That is wealth. Now money comes in just as a means of exchange. You understand that when you have that understanding of things, you can easily understand Bison, as I used to tell students, that everybody is wealthy. It's just that people don't know. Because when you understand that money is an energy, you can see that somebody that has just human strength is wealthy, because he can convert that energy into money. So that is what I can say as for now, Mr. Bison.
You sound very interesting. Mr. Erika, you are talking about money and wealth. So is saving money in the bank making a man really wealthy?
I will shock you, Mr. Bison. I will really shock you by saying that saving money in the bank is for lazy people. I'm really sorry. People that save money into bank are really very lazy people. I wanted to quote a biblical text, but I see that if I put it, it might bring people just in the religious background. But let me tell you, because you know, in the business world, when people want to create wealth, it is not. I used to say, saving is putting money aside for for
future use.
Future use.
Yeah.
That is saving.
That's saving, yeah.
So if they take it like that, saving is good. But in African mentality, saving for people is just to be keeping money. Keeping money and say that at least I have 1 million in my account, I have 12 million, I have no. Saving, as in the business world, only mean putting money aside just for future use.
Yeah.
And now later on, or putting money aside for investment, because normally money is not just meant to be kept. Money is meant for production, yeah, to be used, not used by buying any kind of thing, but money is meant to be to multiply. The use of money is that you always have to duplicate it. That's why one of the secret of wealthy people is that whenever you see that they don't spend money, they don't spend what they have in hand, they produces it. When he multiplies, they use the extra.
Yeah.
That is the extra. So saving money is not really the best, because when you are saving money, the people that you are making rich at the bank, yeah, because they are using your money and dealing with it. But not even only the bank, but let me tell you the truth, when you are saving money, you are really helping the wealthy people, because rich people, I'm very sorry to say it, but rich people, if you go to the bank and you ask, people that are really indebted, that have a lot of debt, are rich people. Why? Because they understand one law of the money. One law of the money to make people rich is that they will use the money of other people to become very rich. So a rich man will go to the bank, even if he has his saving, he will not use it. He will instead borrow the money that poor people are saving. He use it to go very far. So saving money is not really the best. Money is made to be duplicated. Money is made to be used and turned. Thank you.
Okay, we're talking about creating wealth without stress.
Yeah.
So what habits should an individual cultivate in order that he should be wealthy?
Since we are talking about creating wealth without money, I said in the beginning that the first thing to know is to have the real definition of wealth.
Yeah.
So if we want now to talk about practical steps, yeah, or habitude that can help someone to create wealth without stress, so that we should enter into details, I can quote 2, 3, 4, 5 points that can enable somebody to create wealth without stress. The first thing, according to the definition I gave to wealth, is that a latent potential or an energy that can be converted to answer people's needs.
Yeah.
So if we take it like that, the first habitude someone need to develop if he want to create a wealth without stress, the first thing someone need to do is to know about who he is,
yeah,
and what he has. That's the first thing.
Good.
That's the first thing, because as I say at the beginning, everybody
is wealthy.
Everybody. There is nobody that is not wealthy on earth. Nobody. Everybody is wealthy, but the only problem with people is that most of the time they appreciate what other people have, or anytime you appreciate what another person has, you are killing and devaluing what you have.
Yeah.
So the first thing to do is to know who you have. Secondly, to know what you have.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, for instance, you can see some people that are gifted in one area. Maybe you see people that are gifted in the area of sport. But what is killing most of the time African is the mentality of civil servant we have.
Yeah.
That makes people to believe that having a matricule is succeeding in life. So because of that mentality, people don't understand that the potential they have in them is a seed of wealthiness. So when you understand wealth, you understand that anything you have in you must be converted. I always define entrepreneurship or creating wealth just as the process of conversion. The process of conversion. When you understand the process of conversion, you understand that if you want to be wealthy, you can use one of the wealth, that is time.
Yeah.
You convert time into money. When you understand the process of conversion, you understand that you can convert the potential you have into money. When you understand that wealth has everything to do with conversion. You can convert work into money. When you understand the process of conversion, you can convert space. When I'm talking of space, it's natural resources, it is sea, it is mountain, it is leaf, anything in the space, you can convert it. Well, that's why you see natural doctor, for instance, they take leaves, they convert it into product, and they are selling. So when you understand the process of conversion, you understand that anybody can become wealthy. If you understand that to become wealthy, you need to understand the process of conversion, because to become wealthy has everything to do with the principle of conversion. You should see the potential, the talent you have, and to convert it into a product or a service, because the source of money is product or service. Meanwhile, the source of wealth is God. God gives wealth. But now, if you are looking for money, you should understand that in order to have money, you should develop a product or a service. If you want money, you should be able to convert wealth into a product or a service in order to have money. So that was the first thing. The second thing now, how to convert money without stress. You can, that is, I always say to people, there is one cheap method to be able to create wealth without money. So it's to play the middleman. To play the middleman.
Excuse me, what do you mean by playing the middleman?
Playing the middleman means you look at where there is a need, you look at how to answer the need, you put yourself at the middle, you put yourself in between without any money. You just put the two people in contact and you take your commission. That's all. That is all. Without stress. Who will tell me on this earth, Bison, that he doesn't have a father, an uncle, an aunt that is having a shop, maybe selling jewelry, maybe selling dresses, maybe selling shoes, maybe selling bag or whatever. Just look for people. Okay, for instance, Bison, I am a printer by profession. I have a printing press. You only need to look at somebody that is looking for a complimentary card or invitation. You just tell him that, oh, I can provide for you. Now you come to me, you say, please, I have somebody that is looking for print for card. Yeah, you want to print card. How can you do for me? I tell you, I will do for you for 10,000. You go to the person, you say, I used to do it for 15,000, sir. So you work it, you come, I produce for you, you go there, you sell for you, give it to 15,000, and you have your 5,000. That is how to play the middleman. It is very simple.
Okay, Mr. Erika.
Very simple.
Mr. Erika, I'll come back to you. You sound very interesting. Tell everyone he's a teacher. From what he said here, he's a teacher. You can make wealth without stress.
Of course.
Before we continue with him, I would like you to listen to this excerpt kept by Roland Amana.
We were talking before of Christian entrepreneurship days, but you can discover that today we are talking of ethical entrepreneurship days. So the first change is the name, because we have made it to be inclusive. You know, before people were thinking that it is for Christian, on which what we were communicating were value, ethical value. So we see that because of the name, many people were believing that it is made for a category, a group of people, on which our aim is to fight against poverty and unemployment. So the first thing that is as a change is the name that has changed. Then secondly, is for the first time that we have all the speaker, the facilitator we have. You can see the lineup. We have almost 13 tycoon of entrepreneurship. It is not easy to have such people. Are coming from Ivory Coast, other people are coming from USA, other people, you have seen general managers that are coming, people that doesn't have time, but because of Jack they are coming. So I can say those are really.
If you have a message to pass out today, what is the message?
A message that I can pass today is that it's better for each one to understand that he needs to be the change he wants to see in the community. Anything you do in life, don't criticize, but what you see as a problem, position yourself as a solution. That is what I can say.
Oh, thank you very much, Roland and Mana, for that excerpt. Ladies and gentlemen and viewers of 7 News Television, don't forget, we are talking about creating wealth without stress. Eric Alindo, the founder of School of Wealth Creation, was telling us something. He was on the second point. Just get to the third point. So, Mr. Erika, the second point was acting as a middleman.
Yeah.
So, now, what is the third point?
Oh. We say that someone can play the middleman, and as I was saying, that is one of the most easiest way to become wealthy without stress.
Okay.
Most easiest way. And let me conclude before I take the third point.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time, people are just very, I don't want to use the word skeptic, but people are just, I don't want also to use the word dull. It will be like I am really insulting people. Yeah. But people don't use their mind to think. That's all. And let me tell the televiewer that all the business in the world is based on the middleman principle.
Okay.
Let me tell you some example. If you see a traveling agency, you might be saying that, whoa, I don't know how can I do to have a traveling agency. You need a lot of money. There is no money there. The only thing they are doing is that if you want to fly with Ethiopian Airways, you will go at Ethiopian Airways and buy their ticket.
Yeah.
If you want to fly with Emirates, you go to Emirates and buy. So traveling agency, what they do is that they come in one, they just open a shop, and they take contact with all the traveling agency, Ethiopia, Belgium, Air France, Cameco, everybody. They just, when you comes now, they tell you if you want to go with Cameco, this amount, if you want to go with Belgium, Air France, they sell. And at the end of the month, they go to any agency and say, I've sold 20 of your ticket, give a percentage. I've sold, you see now. So people will be thinking that traveling agency is a very big money business that need a lot of money. No, they are just playing the middleman. Even the big shops or I don't want to quote the name, this big shop you are seeing in town, let me tell you, it is not that they buy product to be selling. No, it is fake. They are just playing middleman. The only thing they are doing is that they open a shop. When they open the shop, they fold their hand. They know that brasserie will come. They know that people selling food will come. They know that people supplying sugar and will come. They know that people selling yogurt, they will come and say, please, we want you to sell our product in this shop. What do? They will tell you that, please, we don't need your product, but if you want, give us your product, we sell it, and every month you come, we make all the financial statement and pay you. Do you know? So they are running their businesses with other people's money. So the middleman is one of the easiest principle that can make someone to become wealthy, stress-free. Now let us go back to the.
Let's go to the third point.
Let's go to the third point. The third point is how to become wealthy without stress.
Without stress.
Is to make yourself available.
Okay.
To work freely.
Yeah.
For someone that his today represent your desired future. Yeah. I know when I will say it, people will say, what does it mean? What does it mean? You know, one time I was teaching to students, and I told them, most of you that are looking for work, and do you want me to give you one medicine that can enable you in less than 24 hours to have a job? People were surprised. Students said, tell us, you have been saying things, but this time we are going to trap you. Tell us, what can we do? I said, it is very simple. Just take a paper and write on it that I am looking for a job where I will not be earning any salary. When you drop that application, before you go and take your taxi, your phone will ring. They will say, come and start. That is it.
Yeah.
The problem is that most of young people, when they don't look at what they can become through an opportunity. They are only looking at what they can earn or what they can gain through that opportunity.
Right.
But let me tell you the truth. When people are studying today, they have master degree, they have a PhD, they have a degree. But for instance, you have a degree or you have a master in anthropology. Now, my company, what will make me to give you a job? Yeah. Because what you are doing, I am a technician. It cannot bring any value to my company. But now, you can go and serve there free. But now, the advantage is that, the first advantage is that you will discover that you are going to learn a know-how free of charge. Because while being there, you will see how the other people are doing. You will be trained. Now, the second advantage that most of people don't know is that in every company on the world, there is a human resources department whereby you have thousands of applications. Thousands of applications. So, when you are offering your service free of charge in a company and you are enjoying and you are learning a job, I want to tell you the truth. The next time they will be looking for somebody to employ, they will not go to human resources. They will just say, at least this man has been with us for 2 years, for 3 years, let us just put it. And that is how you are going to have an opportunity working there. But second time, you must have learned and know how that in school you are not able to have it. Yeah, because you know, sometimes when I give my testimony, people are very embarrassed. Before I become what I am today, Bisson, at the year of 17, I have the concours of Saint-Cyr in France. I was to be a pilot, but I refused because within me, I had never
thought of becoming
becoming a pilot. I did it. I did the concours because my father was a colonel in army, very big. So you know, every parent wants his child to take over. So when I succeed at that year of 17, all my family were happy. Everybody knew that that is the person that will took over my father. But when they called us to send us in France, I refused. It was a very great deception for my entire family. But I just refused because within me, I knew I am called to be a businessman, not to be in an office. I knew it. So and when I refused like that, to be honest, my family abandoned me. Nobody wanted to understand again that I'm a member of the family. But do you know what I did? I had to go and put myself under somebody that was having a bookshop. I worked for him free of charge almost for 2 years, until one day he told me, Erika, since you enter in my business, I've been making money. As from today, I'll be giving you a monthly salary. Let me tell you how much he will pay me in this Yaoundé. 12,000 every month. But I was not there looking for the salary. I was there learning how to handle a bookshop. And do you know what? The first business I ever did in my life was to open a bookshop after. It is from that bookshop that I've been growing. And let me tell you the truth. Where I am today is not anything of where I am going. But one thing is sure. I am no more where I was yesterday. I know I am on the process. So that was the third point.
Okay, let's go to the fourth point.
Now, if we want to go to the fourth point, Mr. Bisson, the fourth point, how to create wealth without stress is to not to despise the little beginning. Yeah, that is the most difficult point, because you know we are in the very demanding society whereby everybody is dreaming to have a big car, everybody dreams to start big, but they forgot something, that if you want to become wealthy in the business world, you need to start small. That is a natural principle. Let me shock some viewer. Do you know that God himself at a certain point he failed because he wanted to start big? I know I'm shocking already. Yeah.
That's shocking.
He failed.
How?
He failed because he started with Adam. Adam, the first day, was already a man. He was having teeth. He was already walking and eating. And Adam failed. That is why when he started afresh with the second Adam, that is Jesus, the Bible makes us to understand in Luke 2:52 that he was a baby. He entered in the womb and he was growing in grace, in stature, in front of people and in front of God. So God knew him by himself that he has failed, because at first he wanted to start big. He understood that the principle, he understood that he broke his own principle. So now when he wanted to redeem the world, he has now to start with the seed. Somebody that comes in the womb and that will come as a baby and that will be growing. And you know very well that Jesus did exploit. So never you despise little beginning. Everything that is big today, yesterday was small. That is a life principle. Even if you see a tree that is 17 years today, at a point it was just a seed. The problem is that many people don't have a look of a seed. Last time I took a seed of groundnut and I showed people. I said, what are you looking? Everybody was saying, we are seeing a seed of groundnut. We are seeing a seed of groundnut. I told them, you are looking at a seed of groundnut, but me, I'm looking containers of groundnut that are exported. I'm looking container of oil that can satisfy the need of all the Cameroonians. You know why? Because of the point of view. So when you understand that everything in life starts with a seed, and we have the responsibility to work that seed so that it should grow, we will understand that if we want to become wealthy tomorrow, it is good today to start small. That was the number 4 point.
You said 5 points, so
you know, we can go up to 10 points, but we will stop at 5.
Okay,
so the number 5 point, if you want to create wealth without stress, is to learn how to convert your potential into money. You need to learn. For instance, I told you that wealth is an energy. Wealth is a latent potential that need to be converted into money. So when you understand that, you can see that now somebody like me, I told you that when I refused to go to France Sensi, it was a very big shock for my family and everything. But when I discover what is the meaning of wealth, and I now went within me to look at what are my gifts, what are the gifts I have in me, Bison, I knew that one of the gifts that God gave me before sending me on earth was the gift of speaking and communicating. So now I had to think, now how can I convert a speaking gift into money? I had to train myself in entrepreneurship. After training myself in entrepreneurship, I opened a school of wealth creation, whereby people that are coming, they are not coming to buy goods, they are just coming to listen how I talk. They pay money just to listen I talk. So that is how, while paying their money, I am converting my gift of speaking into money. So anybody has that potential. So the number 5 is look at within you. What is that seed you have in you? And to know it, you just have to ask some question within yourself. What do you love to do even if they don't pay you? Those are some indicators that can show you the area of your gift. What are the things that are making you not to sleep in the night? You are ready to do it, and when you are doing it, you are enjoying it. Another question is, what are you ready to do if they tell you from the beginning that you will never fail? What are you ready to do? Another thing is, if you had all the gold of this world, what would you like to do? Let me tell you, viewer, if you see something that if they give you all the gold you are ready to do, just put it the other side, do that thing, and you have all the gold of the world. So that was the 5th point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Alindo.
Yeah,
you are the founder of School of Wealth Creation.
School of Wealth Creation.
Viewers of 7 News Television, Christian Eseme has to tell us on how the government has been trying its best to ensure that Cameroonians gain employment. But is this succeeding or failing? Christian Eseme.
C'est un des nombreux programmes logés au sein du ministère de l'Agriculture, autour duquel beaucoup d'espoir avait été placé par les gouvernants en place pour solutionner une bonne partie des problèmes d'emploi au Cameroun. Depuis 2015, en effet, date de sa mise en orbite, le programme de promotion de l'emploi des jeunes, en abrégé PEA Jeunes, semble briller par une opacité dans la réalisation de ses objectifs, au point où l'on en vient à questionner la philosophie qui y est définie pour porter au loin ses prétentions. En l'absence d'une meilleure lisibilité du programme, l'on constate plutôt chaque année de façon répétitive que plus se tiennent ces sessions de travail, comme ce fut le cas il y a encore quelques jours à Yaoundé, meilleure demeure la confusion autour de ce projet et bien plus s'aggrave l'indifférence des jeunes. Côté pilotage du projet, pas de soucis cependant.
Le PEA Jeune ne s'intéresse pas seulement aux maillons production. Le PEA Jeune s'intéresse à tous les maillons. On peut développer le long de la chaîne des valeurs les 10 filières ciblées, c'est-à-dire les services en passant par la production, la transformation et la commercialisation.
Des mots, juste des mots donc, qui n'ont de sens parfois que pour ceux qui les prononcent. Car sur le terrain, la réalité commande un discours concret. Pas une seule fois, en effet, que les responsables de ce programme se soient livrés à un exercice d'explication au grand public pour indiquer leur positionnement, préciser leur zone d'intervention et surtout les mécanismes de sa saisine. À ce jour, combien de jeunes pour qui le projet avait pourtant été initié peuvent vous parler avec précision du PA Jeunes? Combien sont-ils à pouvoir simplement vous indiquer le lieu où siège ce programme à Yaoundé? Presque pas un seul. Quel sens donner dès lors à ce qui tient le des résultats qu'on présente chaque jour avec beaucoup d'élégance au public? Grande question pour petite réponse.
3 catégories de jeunes sont éligibles au PA Jeunes. La première catégorie, c'est les jeunes en situation post-primaire, diplômés ou pas. La seule condition, c'est de savoir lire et écrire l'une des 2 langues officielles. Mais la condition ici pour la catégorie 1, c'est que ces jeunes doivent être nantis du savoir-faire, c'est-à-dire c'est ces jeunes qui sont déjà impliqués dans les activités. Ce sont les acteurs qui participent, qui connaissent l'activité agro-pastorale, mais qui ne sont pas des diplômés. La deuxième catégorie de jeunes, c'est des jeunes diplômés de l'enseignement supérieur qui veulent s'investir dans le secteur agro-pastoral. Et enfin, la troisième catégorie, ce sont ces jeunes qui ont déjà créé leur entreprise, mais qui ont besoin de développement.
Cela ne fait donc aucun doute à personne. 3 années après sa mise en place, le PA Jeune n'a en réalité pas encore décollé du tout.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers of 7 News Television, we are here talking about School of Wealth Creation on how to create wealth without stress. Christian Esme, thanks very much. We are here with Mr. Eric Lindo, the founder of School of Wealth Creation. Mr. Lindo, can one really make wealth without money?
Mr. Bisson, I think that after just developing the 5 point I did, I told you that if we want to go, we can go deep and go deeper. But I strongly believe that only the 5 point we have developed now is making any human being to understand that it is possible to create wealth without money or without stress. And I want to say that that is one of the things that lead me to set up a place, because many times when people hear about School of Wealth Creation, I am the one who found the School of Wealth Creation, because I understood that Cameroonians are facing a lot of challenges. One of the great challenges is that people that did not go to school were just believing that they are the left out. Yeah. Secondly, people that went to school having diploma were frustrated because they could not find a job. Thirdly, there are people that could not even succeed their education, and they were believing that everything is finished for them. So it came to my mind that because I always tell people that entrepreneurship is all about answering people's needs. You are called an entrepreneur whenever you are able to develop a solution that is a product or a service that will answer a need. So when I look at the society and I look at all those things, and I saw also that our education system is killing the genius within everybody, I now had to set up another thing that will bring the balance, that will make people, even if you have not gone to school, to be able to understand that though you have not gone to school, but you are wealthy, because there are things within you that you can convert. So because of that, I had to put in place School of Wealth Creation, whereby I am training with some of the teacher that has been trained, also training people into entrepreneurship. Never you forget, Bisson, when people want to become medical doctor, they go to CUS in Cameroon, they go to Université de Montagne or whatsoever. If they want to become engineer, they go to École de Travaux, they go to Polytech. If they want to become officer, they go to EMIA. If they want to become police people, they go to Mutengene. If they want to become we can coach it. If they want to become teacher, they go to ENS. If they want to, but now, where are they training people that want to become business people, that want to create wealth? That's why most of the time I say one of the failure of the education system, classic education system, is that the education system cannot help anybody to become wealthy.
That's true.
That's why you see people that have big diploma, but they cannot create wealth. Sometimes you even see big economists, big chartered accountant. Their work is just to account the business of people, but they themselves, because a classic educational system does not make someone to create wealth. That is why we created that school of wealth creation, to be able to train people so that at the end they become entrepreneur. Because most of the time people believe that people are born entrepreneur. No, you become an entrepreneur when you understand how it goes. And I want to be very grateful because due to that school of wealth creation, and also to the platform of ethical entrepreneurship day, we saw the 9th of February, during the youth week, the Minister of Youth Affairs and Education Civic gave us this award. You can see the award, the Diploma for Youth Excellence, Diploma of Youth Excellence, with this award as an organization that is really working and helping the government to fight against unemployment and poverty. Yes, so
can you in a way show your viewers the award?
Yeah,
yes,
this is
the certificate.
Yeah, this is a certificate.
Okay.
And this is the award. Yeah, we receive it from the hands of the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education that gave it to JEC, because they discover really that what we are doing as work is really empowering our community. So I can just answer by saying that it is possible. It is really possible and possible to create wealth
without
money and without stress.
Mr. Eric, I want us to talk about how can one create wealth and maintain the wealth at the same time.
Yeah, you know, as you are saying, creating wealth is one thing.
It's one thing.
Maintaining now is another thing. Now, to maintain, you need permanent development.
Okay.
Permanent development. Because that's why I always tell people that there is a difference between a Bayam Salam and an entrepreneur. Because sometimes people just believe that I'm a Bayam Salam, I am a trader, but you are not an entrepreneur. You can be a trader, you can be a Bayam Salam, but you will be very limited. Your life will only goes from hand to mouth every day, from hand to mouth. But now we need to understand that success comes from within and affect the outside. That is one point. We need to understand that our level of performance in life is related to our level of understanding and knowledge.
Yeah,
that's the truth. The two are linked. That is why people that rule and reign in life are people that master knowledge. So if you are just trading, or if you are just doing buy and salam, you will be living from hand to mouth. So the second thing you need to do when you are already a trader or when you are already a buy and salam is now to empower yourself by attending seminars, by reading books, by going over internet and looking at success stories and looking for people that have gone ahead of you or that are doing the same thing you are doing, and you try to see what they have applied. You upgrade your knowledge. As you are upgrading yourself, you are going to see that you will be growing, and by growing it will enable you to develop your activity and to maintain yourself in business. Why? Because everybody die anytime you stop learning. Anytime you stop improving yourself, developing yourself, you just know that you are a dead man.
Thanks very much. So for how long has this School of Wealth Creation existed in Cameroon?
School of Wealth Creation started since 2003. 2003. But you know, it was in phases. Just as I was telling you, anything big will start small. 2003 we had to work it out. Even in 2010 we had to stop it. We had to stop it to rethink the project. We knew that it is answering a need, but the how to, we did not get it. So when we tried to make a bilan, we saw that after 3 years, we tried to analyze our mistake and what we were not doing that were not good. So we work on it. before we start it afresh. So I can really say that it is since 3 years now that we are really operating in the way we wanted it and we like it. Last year, the demand was so strong until we had to open a branch of the School of World Creation in Douala, because as so far we were just in Yaoundé. So we had to open a branch in Douala, and right now we have demand in the northern part of Cameroon, we have demand in Congo, we have demand in Gabon, we have demand in Central Africa, Chad, and in Ivory Coast. So, and as I'm talking right now, people are following courses online.
Okay.
Yeah, right now as I'm talking, the last batch we started mid January. We have one Ivory Coast woman that is following the courses. She has registered and we are sending her audio courses. So even people outside of Douala and Yaoundé now, they are following the courses. So that is what I can say about School of World Creation.
Thanks very much, Mr. Erika. Viewers of 7 News Television, you've heard from a teacher, a mentor, a professional, you know, a man with so many caskets. Don't forget, Expert is your program. Calis follows people, the youth especially, who are trying to make life out of private businesses. We must understand that the state alone cannot employ everybody. Calis, let's get your report.
Le Cameroun est confronté au problème de l'emploi des jeunes. Et l'entrepreneuriat se positionne comme étant une opportunité pour les jeunes qui veulent s'insérer dans la vie active. Pour soutenir ce secteur, le gouvernement camerounais a octroyé la somme de 102 milliards de francs CFA en guise de plan spécial triennal pour la jeunesse. À cet effet, plusieurs structures ont été mises en place, à l'instar du programme d'appui aux jeunes ruraux pour la lutte contre la pauvreté, PAGEULP et bien d'autres.
Le SIGE est un projet initié il y a quelques années par l'Association camerounaise pour le développement rural ACADER. Créée en 2005, cette association a pour mission de promouvoir le développement durable en milieu jeune ainsi que les activités socio-éducatives, sportives et culturelles, d'informer et d'appuyer les jeunes sur les différentes opportunités de développement qui s'offrent à eux.
Le constat est clair, la question de l'entrepreneuriat jeune nécessite bien plus que de simples réformes et des salons à eux dédiés.
La grande doléance est d'intégrer ce grand rendez-vous mondial de la jeunesse dans le budget de l'État, parce que la jeunesse n'a pas de moyens pour pouvoir organiser un tel événement. Il faut un réel appui financier, matériel et même technique pour organiser. Nous pouvons avoir des initiatives, mais nous n'avons pas la science nécessaire et les finances nécessaires pour pouvoir les mettre en œuvre.
Malgré les efforts de l'État et ses tentatives pour apporter des réponses dans l'entrepreneuriat, le chômage des jeunes est estimé aujourd'hui à plus de 50% au Cameroun. Pour pallier à cet état de choses, les jeunes n'ont pas d'autre choix que de se lancer dans le secteur informel.
Thanks very much, Calis, for that report. Televiewers of 7 News Television, we are growing closer to the end of this program. We will have with us Mr. Erika Lindo, who is the founder of the School of Wealth Creation in Cameroon. Mr. Erika Lindo.
Yeah, Mr. Bison.
We are talking of creating wealth without stress.
Yeah.
So what is the price that somebody has to pay in order to create wealth?
That is another very big deal, a very, very tough question. It seems very easy, but very, very difficult, because most of the time, unfortunately, we are in a country whereby many people want to have everything without paying anything. It is very difficult. And you can see also one of the things that always pain me is that you see a lot of churches, a lot of religious gathering that people gather there, but they don't teach them principle. They only teach them that a prophetic word will make things happen. It makes me very sad. If those things were working, we would have seen result. So if there is no result, that means it doesn't work. Yeah, because God himself has put principles. But unfortunately, in Africa, religious leaders have made a lot of people to believe that we need to live 98% in the base of miracle and 2% in the base of principles, on which that is not how God did. God has made the world in such a way that we need to. Miracle is in fact exception. And what is miracle even? Miracle means I've exhausted all what I could do before God take over. So that's why God has made the world in such a way that we need to live 2% in the base of miracle and 98% in the base of principle, because life is just, as I used to say, echo. You know, there is a father one day that was walking with his little child. They went on the mountain, and as they were crossing, the little child were crying, "Hello!" When he put off his mouth, he will listen, "Hello!" coming back. So he asked his father that, "Daddy, I don't know what is happening. It's like somebody is speaking after me. What is happening?" The father turned to the junior, to his son, and he says, "Son, many people call it echo, but me, I call it life, because life will always give you back what you have put in." So there is no way you can succeed without paying a price. To create wealth, there is a price to pay. And you can always see that anything that are things that are common are of no value. That is why if you want to buy a truck of la terre is what, soil, they will sell you very cheap. But now if you want a truck of sand, now the value goes up. Now if you want the truck of gold, goes again. If you want a truck of diamond, it double. Why? Because anything of value has a price to pay. So if you want to create wealth and you want to become a successful businessman, let me tell you the truth, prepare yourself to pay the price. You cannot know. If you discuss with Bill Gates, you discuss with all the wealthy people, and they tell you their schedule, how they are going late in the night and waking up early in the morning. Why will I even quote those people? Myself in front of you. If you try to work with me during 2 days, I'm sure you will fall sick. Why? There is a price to pay for success. Thank you very much.
Okay, any last words to our viewers, Mr. Erika?
Last word is that I want to tell, as I used to tell people, I am one of the people that doesn't wait the change that will come from the state. Though they are doing their part, they are only doing what they can do. But we need to understand, as African mostly, we have the responsibility to build our continent. Let us not ask and wait what the government will do for us, but we should ask ourselves, what am I doing for my country? What am I doing for my continent? So all of us, let's rise, and everybody should play his part. If you cannot help 1,000 people, as Mother Teresa say, look for one people, help that person, develop your country, and I'm sure Africa will be a place whereby people will be looking visa to come into Africa because of you and I. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Mr. Erika Lindo, for accepting this invitation.
Thank you. I'm very, very grateful. It's always with joy and pleasure whenever I'm called to be here at 7 News. Thanks.
Televiewers, we must understand that everything that has a beginning definitely has an end. We have come to the end of this program known as Experts. Follow this program every Tuesday and Thursdays from 3 to 4 p.m. I will not go away without appreciating my technical team. You have Atulet, you have people like Roland Amana, you have people like Masia Kwakam, not forgetting the other one, Terry Ndamba. Your program is coming up, which is Club Elite Plus. And at 7 p.m., we have the news. Also at 8 p.m., we have the news. Thank you very much, viewers of 7 News Television. We are there for you. Keep on watching 7 News, the only television and the unique one that deals with continuous information without an end.